Good morning. I am coming to you live from my basement, and I'm also just um, trying to think. I have a few references in the bio. Today is a new moon in Virgo, and according to astrology.com, um, they're showing that during this time, the devil is in the details as we look to improve our lives without becoming obsessive. That feels super relevant. And I also um, went to mindbodygreen.com to look up some new moon rituals. And among those things, they have the option for a tarot reading. And it looks like we have a 5-card draw asking the questions: what is the primary thing for me to focus on during this new moon and in the weeks following? How can I lean into the energy of new moon in Virgo at this time? What do I need to make room for in my life to make goals a reality? And what do I need to watch out for in the next 2 weeks leading up to the full moon? Now, I'm using my deck. Let's start out with some morning affirmations, shall we? Changing my mind is a strength, not a weakness. I am held and supported by those who love me. I am in charge of how I feel, and I choose to be happy. I affirm and encourage others as I do myself. I am allowed to ask for what I want and what I need. Those can be found at thegoodtrade.com, which is also in the bio. So let's get right into the reading. The questions were: what is the primary thing for me to focus on during this new moon and in the weeks following? Looks like I got the High Priestess, which is all about innocence and the vision of intuition. Now, I think of this as a major life lesson card pretty early on, consulting the higher self to continue the process of manifesting the life we desire. The High Priestess is very important in a lot of ways, because when we are not sure of the way that things are, we often lean into this dynamic that's like, well, as we were talking about, maybe feeling obsessed about things. And we're trying to change our lives because the season is changing. I know I had a dream that was kind of bizarre last night. Last night I was dreaming about, let's say, just gonna open up my other page and go live on there. Let's see what we got. Oh, I just flipped over that thing and started typing away on my computer. So I think that when we're talking about, the question was, what is the primary thing for me to focus on during this new moon and the weeks following? We are thinking about focusing on our intuition and where that's going to guide us, because there's some level of that being um, some level of that being like, oh, something's in my eye. Hey guys, doing something different this time. On my YouTube, Tarot Selfies by May, I have referenced 3 or 4 different websites that I'm utilizing to help communicate this new moon energy. I hope you're having a great August 27th, 2022. I just started a reading from a website, mindbodygreen.com, under their new moon rituals. We have 5 different cards to choose from. The first card I pulled was the High Priestess, and the question was, what is the primary thing for me to focus on during this new moon and in the weeks following? So, as I was kind of telling YouTube, and I'll just repeat it again, it is a time for us to really utilize our intuition and come up with a strategy that is not obsessive, because the new moon, at least like according to astrology.com, this is the all about the details. Trying to not obsess over the details today, because as the card has communicated with me, like when we're using our intuition, we're not thinking about every fine detail necessarily, but we're kind of abstractly considering details within a big picture. And I think what's interesting about this that I would like to communicate is when we are focusing on our intuition, we are allowing an opportunity or several opportunities to present themselves in a way that we haven't really seen before. When we're focused in logic mind, if we're going in psychology terms, um, logic mind or reason mind is just going to look at the facts of a situation, which is helpful for a lot of things. Emotional mind is just a way to gauge how you're feeling. And if we live in that space, we're not able to see the whole picture. So, ideally, if we can find a way to get into wise mind, being mindful and staying present, we are going to have more of a effective chance of accessing our intuition and being able to utilize that intuition to create something for ourselves that we're, a goal or something that you've been looking forward to. Focusing on that and reflecting on it, maybe doing some journaling. We do have some new moon journal prompts as well that could be quite, let's see, weareglobaltravelers.com is listing maybe 10 different things to say. Again, their focus is specific on, we're taking 7 to 10 deep inhales and exhales first, so we can get our parasympathetic nervous system to signal the body to slow down, relax, and restore energy. Then we're going to think about in the next month what we would like to bring into our lives. And then maybe saying, this month I hope that I can be successful in XYZ. This month I'm going to blank the people around me. So maybe it's being more engaged, maybe it's taking some time for introspection, maybe it's time to start thinking about the career and focusing on what we are capable of, what we're going towards, I should say. This month we focus on what we want versus what we need. My wildest dream on this earth is to. Now this one's kind of fun because then you can really think about like big picture, what do I really want to do. I think for me, I've always wanted to communicate to a mass group of people. And so this is like an advantageous way. Like this last week, I've been doing lives every day, both on Instagram and on YouTube. And I think that is going to be beneficial in the long run, because I am fighting the expectation that I'm supposed to be doing something a certain way. And I've been fighting that for about almost 7-8 months now. It's been really freeing in some ways and really restricting in others. So just put that in there. So the first question is, what do we focus on? Intuition. Second question is, how can I lean into the energy of new moon in Virgo at this time? And I got the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is really focusing on, again, that earth energy. I was kind of talking about the Three of Pentacles yesterday when I was using the Rider-Waite deck. Three of Pentacles is all about working as a team, working with others in some way. In my interpretation, it's just about work. What is work? Solid, like it's the dynamic exchange of love energy, like doing what you love and utilizing that to put something back in to the community around you. Doing what you love for work. That is kind of the focus of that new moon in Virgo energy. Like, for me, well, my rising is in Virgo, so that's kind of interesting. I am somewhere between being super flighty and super here, there with all the topics. And also, I really enjoy practicality. I enjoy putting things, like having a list for things and being able to sort of get all my ducks in a row, as I referenced before. It feels like a really important thing to do right now. Getting into that state of having strong work ethics, being able to ask for help, understanding what that dynamic exchange is going to do. And of course, here's another prompt to think about. We have 3 actions that will start me on a journey towards my dream. As I move towards my dream and imagine my dream coming true, I feel choose your wildest dream and close your eyes and then imagine it to be true. Then we're going to write down these new moon affirmation. They have a affirmation that on weareglobetravelers.com saying, I am stepping into a new chapter of my life now. I'm ready to release all my fears, limitations, and beliefs that no longer serve me so that I can step into my power and step into my dreams for the future. I'm capable of becoming anything I dream to be. I simply must begin by believing it. So then we're going to do all this. Continue to take a deep breath. And a candle for your thoughts. I forgot to do that before. A candle for your thoughts. Here we are. For you. I light this candle for you. So now we've already kind of assessed how we can lean into that energy and what is the primary thing to focus on. We're going to go into the next card, which is, what do I need to make room for in my life to make my goals a reality? And we have the Magician reversed. Upright, Magician talks about energy in general and a spiritual level. We're co-creating the journey to manifestation. So this is about, again, getting in touch with that inner self that is constantly dispersing and taking on energy. We're needing to get in touch with that and find a way to filter and balance so that we're not causing ourselves more stress, anxiety, worry, obsession as the new moon is communicated. Avoid obsessing over the details today, uh, which is going to help you with your intuition also, because it is just sometimes when we get hung up on the details, we miss out on the opportunities that do present themselves. And so understanding that is an important one. Maybe even another affirmation: I'm growing and I'm going at my own pace. I am held and supported by those who love me. I am open to healing. I am optimistic because today is a new day. Now, the next thing I'm going to focus on is what do I need to watch out for the next 2 weeks leading up to the new moon. I got the Six of Pentacles, and that is about generosity and the strike of energy disbursement. Um, and again, it is an earth element and it's the day-to-day stuff. So when I think about what do I need to watch out for, there's going to be a lot more energy. That's what I've been hearing on the radar lately. Like this next few months, Mars and Gemini, it's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of action, a lot of things happening. And just being mindful of how you distribute your energy and how you recharge, right? We need to recharge every once in a while. Um, so just being mindful of what is out there, what you are putting out there, and how we are ebbing and flowing on a physical level, I should say. I will say. I'm trying to not say should because it's like kind of judgment. But the last card that I really want to emphasize here, that again, if you want to do this reading at home, the spread I'm using is on mindbodygreen.com under New Moon Rituals. What do I need to watch out for the next 6 months leading up to the astrologically corresponding full moon? Good morning, Norzing. I hope you're having a blessed day. It's coming along. I think it rained a little bit. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but it's been a good day so far. I made my own breakfast, and I always feel like that's an achievement. So the last question was, what do I need to watch out for the next 6 months leading up to this astrologically to the next full moon, which is actually going to be in the opposite. It's interesting, every month of the astrological signs, they have the new moon that's in that sign, and the full moon is the opposite. So it's probably going to be a full moon in Pisces coming up. So getting in touch with, again, like we're going back to that intuition, understanding our work ethics, having like the energy to focus on manifesting things that we're trying to create for ourselves, how we distribute or disperse the energy, and I guess watch out for the King of Wands, who super fiery energy, very dynamic, and they are embracing their passions. So watch out for it, because sometimes we follow our passions, but they don't always help us be successful in the ways that we are trying to be. So finding that balance, which again, going back to energy disbursement, when we are balancing ourselves, we are giving in a little bit to our passions and a little bit to our focus. And then we are able to assess the energy that we still have, so we can co-create and manifest, um, especially if we're trying to focus on our work, trying to focus on the dynamic exchange of energy in a loving way, and finally just um, using our intuition as the focus to guide us through this new moon. I'm really excited about it because I feel like new moons are new beginnings. Full moons are awesome too because they're an opportunity to release what no longer works. So now we have this time between the new moon and the full moon to think about what we want to keep and what we want to let go. Um, there is, again, something to consider today. Uh, we are going to look at how we can improve our lives without becoming obsessive, which I feel like is really reflected in this reading when we have the balance of both our intuition and our logic, or our feelings and our reason mind. We are using coping skills to navigate the uncertainties and hopefully enjoying the things that we are getting in touch with about ourselves, because we did just have Vesta going retrograde, and a lot of things in this last month have been about uh, not getting bogged down by the nostalgia, but reflecting on it in a way that helps us decide what it is we really enjoy in our current lives. And I think, with that being said, it's really ha. Here's a good affirmation, which you can find on thegoodtrade.com. I can hold two opposing feelings at once. It means I am processing. I think that gives me like the closest. I hold wisdom beyond knowledge. I invite art and music into my life. I leave room for my life in my life for spontaneity. So that one and those other ones, but the last one I just said, I feel like is really important, because when I am like a stickler for routine, and if I don't stick to my routine, I start to feel like I'm missing out or I'm not doing the regular. And we need to take regular breaks just to process, just to uh, get back in touch with some of those feelings. And I just actually uninstalled a bunch of computer games, or I guess they're phone games because they're on my phone, but my phone is like a computer. And that I think is going to help me, because it was a distress tolerance tactic to kind of distract myself from the fact that we didn't have a working dryer and there were all these things happening. It felt very unpredictable. So now I've uninstalled that, and I can kind of focus on Um, I don't know. I could just focus on other things, maybe another live reading at some point. I guess that's all I have on my thing, but I was realizing it's 9:30. I'm already up. Let's do this reading. I guess now I'm gonna go, but thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And hopefully, those journal prompts can help, affirmations. Uh, yeah, just think about what you want to do in the next month, and then think about what you want to do in the next 6 months. And I hope this was useful, and I hope yeah, I already said that, but again, have a good day. See you later. Bye. Oh, and I'm still live. Bye.